Today we are going to study the chapter gravitation, third chapter of physics. In this chapter, we will study about what is the gravitation and how this gravitation work between the two different objects. We know that every object here in this earth falls on the earth. Initially, it was believed that the ancient scientists thought that the earth is a resting state of all the objects. That's why object falls on the earth. But the first scientist, the name was Sir Isaac Newton. He was the first scientist who found that there is a force between these two objects which make the falls the object on the earth. The scientist Isaac Newton discovered that what is gravitation. It was a popular theory that popular story that when Isaac Newton was sitting under the tree, he found that an apple falls. He was sitting here and he found that an apple falls on his head. And he thought that why this apple falls on the ground. He was the first scientist who discovered that the apples falls on the ground, on the earth, because there is a force between them. We know that every object can't have a motion, can't change its speed. Like when it is on the tree, when the apple was on a tree, it was in a resting state. It means the initial velocity of the apple is 0. When it falls on the earth, we know that its velocity increases with the time. It means it gets some acceleration. How this apple get acceleration? It means there should be some force which attract the apple, and that's why its velocity changes. For every object, अगर velocity को change होना है, तो there should be a acceleration. There should be a force which produce the acceleration in the object, and that's why the object changes its velocity. So Isaac Newton found that the force which is act between these two objects like the apple and the earth is directly proportional to the distance between them of the mass of the objects. If the mass is mass is m1 and the mass of the earth is m2, so he found that the force of attraction between these two objects is directly proportional to the product of their masses. By increasing the masses, we can increase the force of attraction between these two objects. And he found that the distance between two objects is inversely proportional to the force. It means by increasing the distance between them, we can decrease the force act between these two objects. So according to Isaac Newton explained the gravity. Actually, what is the gravity? Gravity means the two objects have some force of attraction between them, and this force of attraction which act in between them is called the gravity. This is the gravity. Like the earth, it attract an apple, it means this force is called the gravity, and the acceleration produced in this apple, which is produced by this force of attraction, that is the gravity, it is called the acceleration due to gravity, which we represent by the small g. So first I am going to explain you Newton's law of gravitation. Newton's law of gravitation. What was the law which was given by Newton? Gravitation, which was given by the Newton to explain the gravitation. Every two objects in the universe, like this pen and the me and this pen and this notebook, or every object in this universe have some force of attraction between them. We can't feel this force of attraction between, because this force is too much small that we can't feel it. So every object in the universe have the force of attraction between them, which is direct proportional to the masses, product of their masses. By increasing the mass, we can increase the force of attraction between them. Like this is the earth and this is the moon. Why moon is revolving around the earth? Because there is a force of attraction between the moon and the earth. Since they have a large mass, so the force of attraction between them is so high, so that it can revolve the moon. So earth can revolve the moon around itself. Okay, now what is a universal law of gravitation? That is a Newton's law of gravitation. According to this law, first we found that the force is directly proportional to the product of their masses, and second one, inversely proportional to the distance between them. It means square of the distance between them. It means by increasing the distance between these two objects, जितना ज़्यादा आप इसको बढ़ा दोगे अट्रैक्शन फोर्स उतना ही कम होता जाएगा, और जितना कम आप इनके बीच के डिस्टेंस को करते जाओगे अट्रैक्शन फोर्स उतना ही बढ़ जाता है. तो यू कैन राइट द न्यूटन्स लॉ ऑफ ग्रेविटेशन. एवरी बॉडी in the universe, everybody means everything, like this pen, this copy, me itself. Universe attract every other object or body with a force which is directly proportional. What is the meaning of directly proportional? Directly proportional means if we increase the value of some, suppose this is the force and I am saying you that it is directly proportional to the masses. It means by increasing the masses, the force will also increases. It means this is called the inversely proportional. By increasing some value, other value also increases. So with the force which is directly proportional to the product of masses, it means by increasing the masses we can increase the force of attraction between them. Product of the masses of the bodies or the object of the bodies and inversely proportional. What is the meaning of inversely proportional? Inversely proportional means, suppose I am telling you the force is inversely proportional to the distance, the square of the distance between them. It means if we increase the distance between these two objects, the force will decreases. So by increasing this value of the other object decreases, other quantity decreases, it means they are inversely proportional to each other. आप इसको बढ़ा रहे हो और ये कम हो रहा है, जिसको बोलते हैं they are inversely proportional to each other. और by increasing this value, it's also increases. It means they are directly proportional to each other. Or by decreasing this value, it is also decreases. It means they are directly proportional to each other. So I'm telling you, bodies are inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Okay, this is the Newton's law of gravitation, or we can say the universal law of gravitation. Okay, this is not all the law. We have to consider two objects. If there is a question that you have to write the universal law of gravitation, not only you write this law, but you also have to write the explanation of this law. Means, suppose a body of mass m1. This is the body of mass m1, and this is another body of mass m2. Okay, these are the two bodies of different masses. They can have the same masses, and they are kept at the distance of d. I am going to write a value from center to center, and this is the value of this distance is represented by d. The distance between two objects is d. There are two objects of masses m1 and m2, and they are kept at the distance of d from each other. So according to Newton's law, we found he told that the force which acts between two objects is directly proportional to the product of their masses. By increasing these masses, the force of attraction between them also increases. And he told that is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. By increasing the distance, we can reduce the force of attraction between them, or by decreasing the distance between them, we can increase the force of attraction between them. Okay, now write here about it, that let two bodies of masses m1 and m2 are kept at the distance of d, kept at a distance of d from each other, kept at a distance of d. Okay, if the force of attraction between them is F, then according to Newton's law of gravitation, this F is directly proportional to the m1 and m2 and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Or by combining these two values, we found that F is directly proportional to the m1 m2 upon d square. We have to use a value, we have to use a constant value for removing this direct proportional sign. So we use a constant value, that is g. Okay, this is a constant g, m1 m2 upon d square. If you want to remove this sign, you have to use some constant value. So here constant value is g. And what is the g here? This g is equal to a constant which is known as universal gravitational constant. You know why it's named so? Universal gravitational constant, because in universe it is constant. Its value do not changes anywhere in this universe, like on this earth, on the moon, or anywhere. Its value do not changes. So it is called the universal gravitational constant. I'm adding here in the next page. Again, we found it according to the Newton's law of gravitation, F is equal to g m1 m2 upon r square. Okay, you should always mention all the terms which we are using in the values, which are using in the formula. Like what is the F, what is the m1 m2, and what is the d square. I have already told you in last lectures that we should always mention all the things which we are using in the formula. Okay, and what is about the g? We can find the value of g here. इसको मल्टीप्लाई में ले जाओ, इसको डिवाइड में ले जाओ. F into, oh sorry, not the r, it is d, r square upon m1 m2. Okay, so what can be the SI unit of this g? The SI unit of g is, what is the SI unit of force? This is the Newton, and the distance is meter square, because distance square है ना, upon mass is, the SI unit of mass is kilogram. So kg into kg square. So we can say the SI unit of universal of gravitation is Newton meter square per kg square, or we can also write it like Newton meter square kg raised to power minus 2. Okay, this is the SI unit of universal gravitational constant, that is capital G. Scientist Henry determined the value of G. The value of G, which is constant in universe, is 6.673 into its power minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. And normally we use this value like 6.67 10 to the power minus 11. In numericals, we generally use this value for this G, universal gravitational constant per kg square. Okay. According to Newton's third law, we will study the Newton's third law in second chapter, that is force. According to Newton's third law, every object, if this object exerts some force on this object, suppose it exerts a force on this one like the F, F is a force exerted by this object on this one. So according to Newton's third law, he told that this object will also exert equal and opposite force on this object. Like its force will be also F, but in opposite direction with the negative sign. Means two object always force on each other, or when they interact with each other, it means some object, if one object exert a force on the other object, this object will also exert a force on the first one but in opposite direction. It means I have explained you that this is the earth and apples falls on the earth. It means the earth is applying force on the earth. Is it possible that apple is also applying the force on the earth? Yes, the apple is also applying the same force on this earth, but the mass of the earth is too large that's why it do not falls on the apple. Okay, this was the Newton's law of gravitation. Now I have to explain some numericals based on this law. This is the Newton's law of gravitation. Some numericals. First one, this is the numerical of NCERT book from page number 143. How does the force of gravitation, how does the force of gravitation between two objects changes when the distance between them is reduced to half. First you should understand what is the meaning of this question. Suppose these are the two objects of the mass m1 and m2. Okay, they are kept at the distance of d from each other. Now according to question, if we reduce this distance between the object by half, means now the distance between the two objects is d upon 2. So what will be the value of force which was acting on these two objects? Suppose in first cases, suppose the force exerted in between two objects is F is equal to G m1 m2 upon d square. This is the first equation. Now let the forces in between these two objects is F2. In first case the force was F1. I am writing here F1, and in the second case when we reduce the distance between two objects is d upon 2. Now the force act between the two objects is F2. So according to Newton universal law of gravitation, F2 is equal to G m1 m2 upon, what is the distance between them? Now it is d upon 2 square. So we can write it like G m1 m2 upon d upon 2. when you square of this value it will be d square upon 4, और जब आप इसको रेसिप्रोकल करते हो तो 4 कहाँ जाता है? 4 अपॉन में आ जाता है. डी स्क्वायर अपॉन 4 आएगा, और जब इसको रेसिप्रोकल करोगे तो ये ऊपर चला जाएगा. और अपॉन में नहीं, ऊपर चला जाएगा. तो इट्स वैल्यू विल बी जी m1 m2 into 4 upon d square. You can write it like equation 2, F1 and F2. In first case is the force exerted between the two objects is this one, and in second case is the force exerted between two objects is this one. By dividing these two forces F1 upon F2, you can find the changes in the force. m1 m2 upon d square is divided by, जब डिवाइड को मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं तो रेसिप्रोकल कर देते हैं, तो मैं सीधा रेसिप्रोकल करके लिख रही हूँ. आपको इसके अपॉन में ये लिखना है और मैं आपको रेसिप्रोकल करके लिख के देती हूँ. इट विल बी डी स्क्वायर अपॉन जी m1 m2 अपॉन 4, है ना. यू हैव टू डिवाइड दिस वैल्यू बाय दिस वन, और if you want to remove the value of division, if you want to remove the division, you can write it like multiplication, and you have to reciprocal of the second value. इसको आप रेसिप्रोकल कर दोगे तो डिवाइड का मल्टीप्लाई बन जाता है. सॉल्व कर सकते हैं आप. डी स्क्वायर कैंसिल डी स्क्वायर, m1 m2 and g with the g. Now you get f1 upon f2. You found f1 upon f2 is equal to 1 upon 4. Or if you want to find the value of f2, it will be 4f1. So we can say the force will becomes 4 times. By reducing the value between the two objects by half, we can increase the force between them by 4 times. So force between the object is increased by 4 times. Now the second numerical is this. This is also from NCERT book, the same page number 143. This is the question. What is the magnitude of the gravitational force between the earth and 1 kg object on its surface? It is given that the mass of the earth, I am writing like ME, it means the mass of the earth, it is 6 into 10 power 24 kg, and radius of the earth, I am writing like the RE, radius of the earth is 6.4 into 10 power 6 meter. If you want to find the force exerted between the earth and the object of mass 1 kg, first you have to write the values what is given in the question, that is m1. M1 means the mass of the object is 1 kg, and the m2, what is m2 here? M2 is the mass of the earth, that is equal to 6 into 10 power 24 kg. And d, what is the d? D means the distance between them, or we can say the r, distance between them is the d or the re. So the distance between them is 6.4 into 10 power 6 meter. Okay. इन केस ऑफ अर्थ आपने कहा कि रेडियस को आपने डिस्टेंस क्यों ले लिया, तो देखो यहाँ पे कोई ऑब्जेक्ट है, हम सेंटर से मेजरमेंट लेते हैं डिस्टेंस की, तो अगर आप सेंटर से मेज़र करोगे तो इसके रेडियस के इक्वलेंट ही इसका डिस्टेंस आएगा. ओके, तो अब हाउ कैन यू सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन? बाय यूजिंग द सेम फॉर्मूला, दैट इज F इज इक्वल टू G m1 m2 upon r square or the d square. We can find the force exerted between the earth and the 1 kg of object. We can find the value of force. So we can put the value of G. What is the value of G? 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 into m1. What is m1? That is 1. And m2 is 6 into 10 to the power 24 upon d square. D is the distance between the object and the earth from the center, that is 6.4 10 to the power 6. And how can you solve this whole large values? The easy way to solve this question is this. You can write the values, the numeric values, इन्हें एक साथ लिख लो, सॉरी स्क्वायर भी है इसका, upon 6.4 square, and these value together like 10 to the power minus 11 into 10 to the power 24 upon 10 to the power 12. तो आपने क्या करा, नंबर्स को एक साथ लिख लिया और टेंस की पावर्स को एक साथ लिख लिया. नाउ यू कैन इजीली सॉल्व इट. 6.67 you can multiply it with the 6 upon 6.4 square. You can also multiply 6.4 with the 6.4, and you can easily solve these values. Like multiplication, you add the powers in multiplication, it will be 24 minus 11, it will be how much? 13. And you can subtract the value which is in division, that is 13 minus 12, it will be 10. It will be 10. Let me check. 13 and 12. By solving it, we find the value 9.77 Newton, which is approx 9.8 Newton, the force. Now next question, again the numerical question of universal gravitational law, universal law of gravitation. Third, what happens, it is also from NCERT book, what happens to the force between two objects You are going to change some values like the mass or the distance between them, and you have to find how much the force will be changes now. In first cases, the mass of one object will double. One object mass get double. तो देखते हैं क्या होता है. देखिए मास था m1 and m2. Distance between them is d. Okay. Now the force will be g m1 m2 upon d square. Now if we increase the value, if we double the mass of one object like this one, now it is 2m1 and other is same m2. Distance between them is also same, that is d. Now what will be the force? F2 will be g 2m1 m2 upon d square. By dividing these two values, we will find that f1 upon f2 is equal to, देखो अपॉन में रखो और इसको कैंसिल करो, g से g कैंसिल, m1 से m1, m2 से m2, d square से d square. So we will get 1 divided by 2 upon 1. It will be 1 upon 2. 1 upon 2 means f2 is equal to 2f1. So by increasing the if we double the mass of one object, its force will be double. In last question, you saw that by decreasing the value, by decreasing the distance between them, by decreasing the value of distance between them, by decreasing it to half, we find that the force becomes 4 times. Or by increasing the mass, we found that the force become 2 times. Okay, the second case is this. The distance between the two objects is double. Now we are going to increase the distance between them. The distance between the objects is doubled now. Suppose this is the mass m1 and this is the mass m2, and distance between them is d. So the force between them is g m1 m2 upon r square d square. Now we are going to increase the distance between them. Force is same, m1 m2. Now the distance between them is 2d. So what will happen to the force? It will be g m1 m2 upon 2d square. It means f2 is equal to g m1 m2 upon 4d square. So by dividing these two values, the equation first and the equation second, आप एक के नीचे एक रखो और इनको कैंसिल करके देखो, you will get f1 upon f2 is equal to 1 upon 1 upon 4. है ना, सारी वैल्यूज़ कैंसिल हो जाएंगी. You will get 1 upon 1. देखो आपने अपॉन में रखा, एक इधर रख के दिखा देती हूँ आपको, is equal to it is g m1 m2 upon r t square, और this one is g m1 m2 upon 4d square. By dividing this value, g is cancelled by g, m1 m1, m2 m2 and d square. So we will get 1 upon 1 upon 4. It means f1 upon f2. We know that if we want to change the division to multiplication, we have to reciprocal this lower value. It will be 4 upon 1. It means f2 will be, by cross multiplication we will get f1 upon 4. It means by increasing the value of distance, by double the distance, we find that the force between them becomes 1/4 time the initial one. जितना फोर्स इनके बीच में पहले लग रहा था उसका 1/4 रह जाता है अगर आप डिस्टेंस को डबल कर देते हैं. Another case third, the mass of both the object double. The masses of both object is double, of both the object is double. What will happen if we increase the masses of both object? Suppose the first mass is m1, m2, distance between them is d, and f1 will be g m1 m2 upon d square. If we double the mass of both object, 2m1 2m2, and distance between them is same like the d, so f2 will be g 2m1 into 2m2 upon d square. or by dividing these two equations, g cancel by g, m1 with m1, m2 with m2 and d square with d square, we found that f1 upon f2 is equal to 1 upon 4 upon 1. और आप इसको रेसिप्रोकल भी करोगे तब भी 1/4 ही रहेगा. तो f1 upon f2 is equal to, okay, sorry, you are not able to see it, sorry for that. It will be 1/4. It means f2 will be 4f1. The force become 4 times by changing the mass of both the object, by double the mass of the objects. We found that the force become the 4 times the initial one. And one more question. This question is, calculate the force of gravitation between a man of mass 60 kg and another boy of mass 20 kg are standing at a distance of 2 meters away. So this is the m1. What is m1 here? The mass of the one object is 60 kg and the mass of second object is 20 kg and distance between them is 2 meters. So how much will be the force exerted between them is g m1 m2 upon r square according to d square, according to universal law of gravitation of Newton. So F will be g 6.67 10 to the power minus 11 into m1 into m2 upon d square. So solve it into minus 11 into 60 into 20 divided by 4. You can solve it and you can find the answer. It will be approx 15.07 10 to the power minus 9 Newton. One more question. This is another question. Calculate the force due to earth on the woman. Now we are going to find the force of attraction between the earth and the woman. If the mass of the earth is 6 into 10 to the power 24 kg and the mass of the woman is how much? It is suppose 50 kg and the distance between the between the earth and that woman is the radius of the earth, that is equal to 6.4 into 10 to the power 3 kilometer, or we can say 10 to the power 6 meter. So you can find the value of force of attraction between the earth and the woman. It will be 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 into m1 6 into 10 to the power 24 into m2, that is 50 upon d square. 6.4 into 10 to the power 6 whole square. Okay, you have to solve it. आपको बोला था सब नंबर्स वाले साइड को एक साथ ले लेना. 6.4 into 6.4. So that you can easily solve it. And powers on other side. 10 to the power 6 to the 12. So you can solve it and you will find the answer will be 490 Newton. These are some numericals based on universal law of gravitation. Okay, bye.